big hammer. Good morning. Welcome to the Holmwood auction rooms. It's 10 a.m. Let's get underway with proceedings. My name is Bridget Andrews and I'm one of the three auctioneers today. We've got Mark McGoldrick and Kyle Siebert as well. Some other key people here in the room today. We have Hayden Broadbelt. He's one of our business owners. We've got Luke Jansen, our training manager, and we've got Nicola Cray. These good people will be spotting and recording your bids today. If you need any help or any assistance, please don't hesitate to get one of them alongside you. On behalf of the company, a very warm welcome to the owners that we represent here today. We are delighted and privileged that you chose Holmwood, and we wish you the very best outcome today. To the buyers and the bidders in the room, good luck today. Bid strong. Your consultants would have given you everything you need for today, including the limb, the title and the contract from which we will work from today. Now, the contract explains the conduct of auction. I'm going to work on the assumption that this is a new experience for some of you, so please follow me while I talk you through how we will work with you in the auction rooms here today. In all cases, the owners have provided the auctioneers with a confidential written reserve that will not be disclosed. Should that reserve be reached or breached, the highest bidder will be the purchaser. If bidding doesn't reach the reserve, don't panic. It's not the end of the auction. Our practice is to pause the auction and talk with the highest bidder and the owners in one of these side rooms here. And if we don't meet a satisfactory conclusion, we'll pass the property in where it will get taken to the wider market and those conditional buyers can make an offer. Your best opportunity is here in the auction rooms today. If there is a disputed bid, we'll simply go back to the last undisputed bid and resume. Clause 2.3, listen carefully because this is a very important clause. The owner may withdraw the property at any time without disclosing the reserve. Now, that does include that situation when we're in negotiations in the side rooms. Sometimes in those negotiations, the seller will say, the seller says to the auctioneer, could you please go out to the auction floor and announce we have withdrawn the property and sold it to the highest bidder outside the room. So if you're sitting here waiting with extra interest, you will be disappointed. So please make sure we're working with your highest bid at all times. The auctioneer may nominate sums by which bids need to be raised. If the bid is not in the best interest of the seller, we can refuse such bids. Clause 2.5 talks about the vendor bid. Let me explain how the vendor bid works. The owners have authorised the auctioneer and the auctioneer alone to bid on their behalf should that be necessary. Now, if and when the auctioneer makes a vendor bid, you'll be in no doubt it's a vendor bid. This is saying we're not for sale at this level and we need to keep going, and we do not place vendor bids anywhere near the reserve price, which will give you absolute confidence in bidding against the vendor bid. If any of our Harcourts colleagues are bidding on behalf of someone, we'll identify them to you. Finally, when this hammer falls and you are the lucky last bidder, before your celebrations begin, we'll take you upstairs to the boardroom where you will sign the auction contract and arrange to pay the 10% deposit of the final purchase price. Well, that's the formal part of today's proceedings, ladies and gentlemen. I'll hand you over to our first auctioneer, Mark McGoldrick.
Enjoyed January, didn't it go past in the blink of an eye? I think having an as-is whereas property to start with should be going in the blink of an eye. Not too many opportunities such as this that remain in our marketplace. Stonyhurst Street as well, which I'm sure has piqued your interest. One of my favourite little streets right on the touch of the 4 Avs, and very, very good place to be. Karina Gray has had the pleasure of the marketing and I see she's just signing off one last piece of documentation. So just make sure it's a nice 6-minute property description for you all. Thanks to those that are joining on Auctions Live and watching us on our live stream. And of course, good to see you here in the room today. Number 3, 17 Stonyhurst Street in St Albans. It is a cross lease and freehold, so good tenure to have in the nature of this property. The legal description hasn't changed, and we're going to guarantee you vacant possession, which you'll be pleased about, as early as the 24th of February, just a few short weeks. If you're working to pre-arranged dates that are agreed in writing, then we'll abide by those with you. There's a couple of additional clauses in the agreement, 23 and 24, all pertain to the as-is, whereas nature of the property, and you'll note clause 24 just outlines that the majority of clauses 7, 9 and 11 have been deleted, which is customary. Thanks if you're bidding today for signing the purchaser acknowledgement form. It's got all those important details that you agree on, and let us know that you've done your due diligence properly before we commence. Well, it's all here, immense upside and extreme affordability. I think you'll appreciate the nature of the property. It is a project, of course, but you have got the upstairs living on top of your own garage, and lots of sun in that front room. It's concrete block and timber. That will please you too. Discreet access from the rear. It's a super little street. You're very, very close to Hagley Park and everything Christchurch City. That's what will appeal to you. But I think what further underpins your value is the absolutely world-class school zones, both Holmwood Primary, Heaton Intermediate, Christchurch Girls and Boys High Schools, and Burnside High School as well. So there's a lot of fundamentals there that should please you. Karina, I'm going to ask now that the bidding starts. Have I got an opening bid? At number 3, 17 Stonyhurst Street. Couple of hundred, sir, welcome in. Good luck to you. At $200,000, that's the opening salvo I've got at the rear of the room. I'm happy to continue and say a 20 or a 10, you tell me, at $200,000. To do the work, roll up the sleeves. 210, Tom Hardy bidding for a buy there from our Mirabelle team at 210,002 in the race. 220, straight back he comes, sir. Nice, cool, calm and collected at 220. Always good to see a Mitre 10 shirt here for an as-is wearers auction at 220. First chance. With my starter, with the man who kicked this all off at 220. Surely there'll be a flurry of bids at that level. 220, 30 or better. First call. Welcome in. Sir, 230 with you. 230,000 now, fairly bid in 40, sir. At 240. Who goes next? At 240, rounding me up to a quarter, sir, at 250. At 250,000, 260, sir. 70. At 270,000. Stonyhurst Street, 80. 280,000 and 90, sir, with you. At 290. Pretty affordable, I'm sure you agree. At 290 and 3. 300 with my man in the middle at the rear. At 300. At the front now of the auction at 301,000. 301. 301. What's it to be? You go straight to 310, says psychology. Strategy. 305. Working with you and 6, sir. I've got that there at 306. Sir, don't let it away just for a single thousand at 306. I count it once at 306 at this stage with the gentleman at the rear at 306 twice. Remember the school zones, that Carlton Mill corner is right there for you. School zones are superb at 306. Don't get many at this level in this vicinity of our city at 306. Third and final call at 306,000. I would have thought good buying if I got a bid in competition at 306. What's it to be? Any better bid? At 306. Gentlemen, you lead the race. I just need to get some instructions from my owners. I'm going to pause the auction. There's a room right there that I'd love you to pop into, and I'll come and offer you the opportunity. We'll leave it open and live, but just pausing the auction at 306. Can't sell it just there. Just pop in there, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, just taking your attention back, and thanks for your patience. Number 317 Stonyhurst Street. Look, I paused with the highest bidder at 306. We have had an instruction from the owners, and I hope you're listening intently to Bridget at the start. The vendor of the property has exercised their prerogative under clause 2.6. They've decided under an increased bid at $330,000 that the property's been withdrawn from the auction floor, but very happily sold to the gentleman in the office there. So gone and sold, and well done, Karina Gray. Okie dokie, one down. Let's carry on in our program. Alexis Munro, Liz O'Neill, teaming up as they do from our Mirabelle office. And we're moving out to where the air is fresh and clean, and we all love to be at Lincoln, number 3 Pakura Street. It's been a pleasure to meet the family and to be working with you all. I'm afraid that while you're Lincoln bound, our sellers are Nelson bound, so Jess and Nick, all the very best to the move to that sunny part of New Zealand. And it's going to be great for the family and everything there. Alexis and Liz, well, they've been great helping you with that transition, I know. They've provided all the documentation for you. The contract is clean and concise, I can assure you of that. And 3 Pakura Street is stated and described as a freehold estate. The size of the parcel on which it sits, 611 square metres. More or less, the legal description's unchanged. The list of chattels is exact, and the Maxes have left the fridge for you as well in that beautiful contemporary kitchen. The 23rd of February seems to be the settlement date of choice today. That's the date you get the keys and you move on in. Here in this 2019 built home, stunning looking contemporary home, 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom, and perfect for family living. It's got that tremendous street appeal. And the contemporary class is so evident. I think the only real clue that it's not a brand new property is the fact that garden's so beautifully established in that north-facing area of the home. Acts as a dual living home, and both those living spaces spilling out to your sunny deck, unimpeded sunshine. The kitchen is really a cracker. So modern through the decor in that kitchen, beautiful bench tops, lovely appliances. I love the splashback as well. All the mod cons you'd expect from that family size home. You're going to love, if you're not already living in Lincoln, the village is absolutely superb. And of course the schools are great. And they say that the air is just that little bit fresher out there. Alexis, you were going to have the final word, weren't you?
Thanks, Mark. Look, I just want to say a huge thank you to Jess and Nick. You guys have presented the home immaculately. I know it hasn't been easy with 2 little boys running around. If you're here to bid, good luck. This is a great family home.
Pack it all in at Pakura, folks. Pakura Street, number 3, in this awesome part of Lincoln. Start me away where? This is your moment of truth. Passing the baton. Near new home. With all those reports on building costs, you should be buying this one here. Look, I can invite you in the 7s. No problem with that. If you're a little bit shy, a little bit nervous, put forward the folding at that level. Okay, well, a little bit of a shy start. I don't mind starting on a vendor bid. I'll just make it absolutely easy for you all. $700,000 on a vendor bid. Welcome in, sir, and enjoy the auction at $700,000. Just on behalf of the owners at this stage, I would have thought you'd put a 50 on to seize the day right here and now. A home of this magnitude, of this calibre. First call on a vendor bid at 7. Let's get busy, Sue. You can say 50 for me. Second call. Third and final call. I'll place that vendor bid for you, sir. If silence is your strategy at this stage, we'll need to leap into action nice and soon. 750 vendor bid. Now I'll work with a 20, no problems at all, on behalf of the owners at 750. First call. Rear of the room. Second call. Double internal access garage. Lovely master ensuite's got the access to the outside as well. Hardwood decking twice. Third call. No hands in the air. Tut. Okie dokes. Well, we're going to go to that third stage. Now, Alexis, we've done some good market research and we've got the owners determined to sell with the information we've got. We're going to price sharply. $859 is now the price of 3 Pakura Street. See Alexis Munro and see Liz O'Neill immediately. That property is ready to be sold and the price is $859. I pass it back to this good team here from our Mirabelle office. Get on the phone immediately. I imagine it will be ringing at your end if you've already met the girls in the campaign. Nick and Jess, all the best in your move. and I can welcome Kyle to come up to the first of our Miro Miros.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. If you are just joining us, welcome to the Holmwood Auction Room. Lot number 3 today is number 5, Mido Street in Broomfield, ably represented, marketed by Anshul Gupta, of course, from the Ireland 2 office just upstairs. This is really a wonderful opportunity for many people, many stages of life. It is a very modern home, I would say. If you look at the street appeal, the nature of the design, it looks like it may have been built just in the last few months. It's very current, very contemporary, impressive street appeal. Inside, we love that floor plan. It is more formally described in the contract as a freehold title, buyers. It is 374 square metres more or less. Settlement date to which you work, the 31st of March 2023. You may be working to a pre-agreed date. Thanks very much to our owners for the opportunity. I know they've loved living here, but the time has come for them to move on. So they're very excited to hand the keys over to some lucky new owners. Now, what I love most about this property is you're enjoying your living space, great orientation for sunshine, or preparing dinner in the kitchen, and you've got a sensational outlook over the stream and out to the Riccarton Golf Park complex. We know the benefits of this area. It's a very new subdivision, good quality housing in the area. If you're bored, you just run down the road with $50 to Dress Smart, come back with a new outfit, and Hornby Mall's there. And the Riccarton market, which of course means you have access to New Zealand's hottest commodity, eggs. So this is just a great opportunity at number 5. I could go on, but I won't. Anshul, the final word is yours.
Carl, you summed up pretty well, and I would just like to say thanks to my vendor who put in trust with me and Harcourt Holmwood. This is such a beautiful property. I enjoyed thoroughly the campaign, and I just want to wish all the best to the bidder in the room.
Thanks very much, Anshul. All right, bidders and buyers, let's get underway. Who'd like to open the bidding at number 5? 580. Jaden Ransley working with some buyers there in the corner. Nice to meet you. Good luck with your bidding at $580,000. 580, where's the competition? I'll give you 3 chances, buyers. Mido on the wall. First, second, and third call. All right, I'm going to place a vendor bid at $600,000. You'll understand that. Clear indication of value at $600,000. Bids with me on behalf of my good owners. Invite you back. 620, like you work there, Jaden, at $620,000. Once called at $620,000. Twice, and third and final call at $620,000. All right, Jaden, I could bid again on behalf of my owners. Let's take a pause and have a conversation. You appear to be my only bidder. Auction's open at $620,000, and we're back with you soon.
Okay, those folks, while we are negotiating Mido Street, we're going to go on to Mido Street, but just not number 5. We're going to number 33. So isn't that amazing? It's a very tightly kept street, but to have 2 listings in the same street, that's fantastic. Don Yee, the master, the stayer, our island man. who is expert in all areas of town, but particularly the northwest of Christchurch. So, Don, you're in your famous patch of real estate. This premium brand new home built by Mr. Holmes and marketed by Don Yee with the assistance of Kay Yee in our Ilam office, as I say. It's a freehold estate, this brand new. 264 is the square meterage of the section. The rest of the legal description is spot on. No change to the chattel list. Settlement is quite rapid at the 16th of February, so that's great. You can turn around and move in. Clause 26 has just been inserted in the contract for your peace of mind, just around vendor warranties. Given that it is a brand new build, you've got peace of mind for that period of time as stated in that particular clause of the contract. Well, it's brand new and fresh. You can see that. It's permanent material. And I just think it's an excellent blend of materials that have been used, of course, permanent material, and the colour tones and the specification. It's really high. You'll notice the appliances are of a high standard, Bosch appliances in that wonderful kitchen. It's open plan, it's sunny. You've got your outdoor living to the north, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, master ensuite. The garaging is internal access. So it's really, really superb. Won't take you a huge effort to look after. You can enjoy all your time as your own. You'll love the area. Kyle touched on some nice parts of it. I think you'll be enjoying the Riccarton Park Golf Complex, which is very, very close beside you as well. Then you've got the indoor sports hub at Hornby, just right there through on Buchanan's Road. And the headquarters of Copeland's Bakery. Well, on a Sunday, I think an easy walk down there, if you're not going to those Riccarton markets, would be superb. We all love a brand new home. Look at how contemporary and fresh it is. I'm calling now for your opening bids at number 33, Meadow Street, right on the Riccarton Park. Who's going to park yourself here? Opening bids. Now is your time. Welcome in. Good luck at 550. Opening bid from the floor at 550,000. Now, someone might just go straight to 6, I think would be a good move here, or better, at 550. With my starting bidders, good luck to you. I think I recognise you from the open homes, in fact. First call at 550. Second call at the 550. Second call as I sweep the room, looking for that bid in competition. In fact, I'm going to place one vendor bid just against you. You might be the only one. So if I just say 600, would you bid on top of that for me? You might say 620 or something. The owners are saying they'll keep it at 6 on their instructions. My one and final vendor bid at 6. You understand what I'm doing there? Just getting a bit closer to the action. 620 a bid you'd make? 610, okay, I'll work with you. You might be the only ones, just at this early stage. First call at 610. I offer you the same courtesy if you'd like to place a 10 on yourself. Twice there. 610 with my opening bidder and third call. I think that is the case that you are my one and only bidder. So at this early stage, let's just pause. No more vendor bids. We'll pause the auction and come and offer you the opportunity. Just beside Don here, yeah. Right, I'll come and offer the auction is open and live, but I am talking to these people first.
things are hard to see. When you pray to find love, I know somewhere we could be. There's a place where we can go tonight. The rhythm will make it right, where everyone is happy and the sun will shine all night. We could have a good time that everybody sing. Why don't you let yourself slip out of control? We could have a good time that everybody sing. Get your feet up on the floor. So when the world feels dark and friends seem hard to find, you know how to light a spark, just to let your worries unwind. When you're down, there's just one way to go. Let us ascend tonight. Everyone could be so happy and the sun will shine all night. We could have a good time that everybody sing. Why don't you let yourself slip out of control? We could have a good time that everybody sing. Get your feet up on the floor. When you're down, there's just one way to go. Let us ascend tonight. Everyone could be so happy and the sun will shine all night. We could have a good time that everybody sing. Why don't you let yourself slip out of control? We could have a good time that everybody sing. Get your feet up on the floor.
Folks, good discussions happening on Meadow, but we're going to continue in the program for all you good busy people. And I always enjoy introducing Matt Dawson from our Maryvale office. He is a busy man. Look, Matt, we're in a special part of the neighbourhood of Rolleston. I think it's the jewel in the crown in Sheridan. Such fantastic real estate in the street, big wide boulevard that you have, lovely big sections, and this is absolutely no exception in this superb family home. Thank you very much to the Highlands. We've really appreciated working with you and your lovely family, and thanks for the opportunity to represent you here. On this freehold estate at number 18, Sheridan Drive. It's a fantastic address, folks. It's a fantastic parcel at 1,636 square metres. The legal description unchanged. I've had some good negotiations with the young members of the family, and the playhouse is going to be staying at the rear of the section. So the first part of the negotiation is in your favour already. Again, the 23rd of February is the settlement date that's been struck down. We have some flexibility in that regard, so we can work with you in that regard. It's an impressive, well-built home, and to say this home is spacious, well, Matt, it's really an understatement, isn't it? It's been done with no expense spared from the outset, and you'll really appreciate the layout. It's genius in design. You're welcomed into that gorgeous big wide hallway, all that family living, practical stuff during the day, lovely separate dining space, awesome big kitchen with that long breakfast bar with a stool for everybody in the family, the everyday room in behind. Second big lounge, both spill out to that Lovely sunny area, both covered and uncovered, bowling green, flat lawns, plenty of room for a good game of cricket. The trampoline's tucked away in the corner and superb. But then you go down the hallway and wow, as that family wing opens up to you, that awesome long corridor, beautiful big showers in the bathrooms. The bedrooms are of a tremendous size. The master is cracking. It's really tucked away, your own private sanctuary, with a walk-in robe that I think really will not be outdone. Ensuite is superb as well. Just the extras about the home, the 3-car garaging and the radiator heating, I'm sure you'll appreciate, is superb as well. Double glazed throughout, of course, and just in that beautiful neighbour with the reserve, just a hop, step and a jump for that extra space that the kiddies will enjoy. Matt, what would you say about 18 Sheridan and the campaign that you've had?
Yes, I think you've nailed it. I just want to thank Grant and Amanda for allowing me to market the property. It's the second time I've had the pleasure of doing so, and I never tire of seeing people's reaction to this amazing home. To potential buyers, homes of this calibre are extremely rare and sought after, and probably the best pocket in Rolleston in my opinion. So
we're in
be
agreement there.
confident.
We are in
Thank you.
agreement. Let's see if the bidders are. Throwing it over to you now, folks, at 18 Sheridan. Enough space for all to share. Who leaps out of the blocks? Okay, who's going to carpe diem, seize the day as it were? I don't mind where we start, it's where we finish up that's more of a concern to me. Where are we seeing value? You know, I don't mind if you're even in a late nine or at $1 million, you tell me. Lots and lots of real estate, awesome permanent material, fantastic family layout. Madam, you've got to fire an opening bid. You'll just get us away at, say, $1 million? Welcome in. Seriously? You say $1 million? Don't mind? I'll start on behalf of the owner at that figure. No problems at that level. Just saying $1 million. Welcome your bids to say 50 or 100 from here. I'll work with you if you work with me. At $1 million just stays with the vendor, 1636. That's the size of the parcel. Plenty of space, outdoor areas for every minute of the day. First call, it's private, it is quiet. Second call, lovely expansive living, raised ceilings in those living spaces, twice at $1 million. Third call, $1,050,000 is the vendor bid I go to. At 1050, I welcome you back at 11. 1050 at this stage, 50 to go is where? First call. Second chance. Third and final call. Look, I'm not going to vendor bid anymore, Matt. I think we've had ample opportunity to get underway. Just pass it the 1150. I'll increase the vendor bid to that figure. We can welcome buyers above that level, and I'm sure you'll see huge value above that figure. Final vendor bid is $1,150,000. It goes back to Matt Dawson at the Mayorvale office. Get in touch with him. Tremendous opportunity that is available to you. I'm going to go and check on number 33, Meadow. Kyle, how are you going at number 5? Folks, thanks for your patronage and your attention. I've been working with our highest bidder at 33 Meadow Street. We have had an increase in the bidding, and that bid now stands at $650,000, just not quite enough to get the job done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the property back to Don Yee from our Ilam office. That means that the property is now available to everybody in the marketplace. But what's going to happen is Don has instructed me that there is going to be all offers presented by 4 p.m. on Monday, so effectively a deadline sale Monday at 4 p.m. So you've got a good chance to go and inspect the property. It is vacant, so it's very, very easy to get in. You need to call Don Yee and make sure that you do get through it in the next day or two or over the weekend at the latest. Get your offers in by Monday 4 p.m. There's value above $650. I'm sure you'll agree. Pass back in, and we'll wait and hear from Kyle on number 5. I'll bid you a good morning, and we'll carry on working. Good.
just wanna make things right. Walk, keep us on the road. Try to find what we had before. Can this spark ignite or is it gone? Won't you stop? Don't you shut us down. Speak before we hit the ground. Tell me now what's on your mind. I hear voices telling me you need to let him go. There's nothing there worth fighting for. I just need to know if one thing is true. Do you still love me like you used to do? What if they alright? Baby, can we still shine? Tell me that we'll be fine. Are we still alive? What if they alright? Baby, can we still shine? Tell me that we'll be fine. Are we still alive? Walk, turn around and walk away. Is the easiest way, they say. But I don't wanna give us up. 'Cause to me, it will be the hardest thing to lose out on every single dream.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for your patience. We left the room with a live bid on number 5 Meadow Street at $620,000. There was some good discussion outside of the room. That bid has been increased to $680,000. However, our vendors are saying at that level, not quite ready to sell. So we passed the property in at $680,000. Invite interest north of that figure. If you're looking for a beautifully appointed home in a very good area, north of 680,000, please call Anshul Gupta today. Your viewing will be most impressive, you can be assured. I think that's it from us here at the Holmwood Auction Room, from Tony Jenkins, our CEO, and the team. Thanks very much for joining us. Thanks to those joining us online. Have a great week. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Hey, auctioneers, apologies.